That's
So
cool.
firstly, are you ready to get 100 leads in 1 week? And this is the basis for our 3-day incubator for you. And the reason why is because we really see that there's this like feminine trend for sales emerging. And we've discovered this great system of how to magnetize leads to our business. And it's worked so well for our clients as well. So, I mean, this method we created after we had tried a lot of different methods that didn't seem to work very well. We've tried lots of different ways of generating leads. We've shown up on Reels for months. We've posted a lot of long form posts. We've done lives. We've done all these things. And we just really felt that this one simple method was worth sharing with you, because when we actually started using this method day in and day out, we got so much traction so quickly. So we really wanted to make sure that we took everyone through this method, and so that you can walk away with real practical strategies today on how you can generate 100 leads a week. Okay, so if that's exciting to you, honestly, if you're not making 10Ks a month, it's likely one of the first things that can be fixed is your lead gen, right? So if you had 100 leads a week, how many sales calls could you have with that? And how would that change the results of your business? So this is very, very exciting, and we would love to share with you how we can do that today. So one of the 3 things that we love to focus on is firstly, magnetizing your leads, putting a system in place in your business so you can get leads on autopilot. I can't say enough that posting once a day, I'm waking up to leads. Okay. Every time I look at my phone, the posts that I've posted 3-4 days ago are still actively generating leads. So just imagine if you post every day for 7 days, you've got 7 lead generating posts out there that you will literally start this autopilot system. And so really today we want to help you look at how that fits in with the bigger picture. So Convert More Clients is all about having you understand how to take those leads and lead them into calls, and have a very clear way of doing that. So we're actually going to be diving deeper into this specific topic in our next masterclass next month. So make sure that you are, letting us know that you want to register for that one. And thirdly, one of the biggest things that we see in business is how to fall in love with your business. So when you're in business, it is very easy to try some things and they don't work straight away, and then you sort of really get a bit stuck. You might get stuck in how to script a post. You might get stuck with what daily actions you need to be doing, or even just how to have a sales conversation. So we really want to address the energy behind the actions, because if you're not in love with your business, you're not going to do the actions needed. So that's what fall in love with your business is. And that is something really important to incorporate so that you make it feel fun. Brilliant. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Kerry Dutton, and I'm a chartered accountant. I worked in accounting for 15 years, and now I'm a business coach, loving what I'm doing, having the ability to change lives and really help women with their money, their confidence, with their offer creation, and really helping them monetize more. I think we've got Julia, so I'll hand over to you, Julia.
Yeah, sure. Hi, my name is Julia. I'm from Germany originally, but based in Thailand since quite a few years now. Used to work in PR and marketing, did all the things that people told me was like a proper career. And then I said, I do it my way. I'm going to go take everything that I know, pack it in my backpack, and create a business and travel around the world with it. And so, yes, and this is what I have been doing. I love coaching women. I love empowering women and giving them the tools to actually make money online.
So exciting. And I love that Julia and I get to work together. as coaches inside Magnetized Soul. It's such a beautiful experience for us to both, you know, find our genius zones and help our clients, you know, really blend the spiritual and strategy together. So just quickly, if you have done your homework, I would love to know if you've calculated how many calls you need a week to hit your sales goals. So I know a lot of you are probably maybe new to what a conversion rate is, or maybe you haven't been tracking it, but this is a good way for you to really get clear about how many calls you need a week. And if you're not sure about your conversion rate, no problem. Hi, Belle, how are you going? It's 2 to 5 calls a week can be your benchmark. Okay, so we have a beautiful client joining us today, Val, and we might want to just jump over and have a chat to her about her wins for the program so far.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Carrie, you go ahead. You go.
Okay, yeah, sorry. So Val, thank you so much for joining us. We know you've only got, you know, a small window of time. So I'd love for you to share with everyone here how you were feeling when we first met over a year ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had this decision, this point in your life where you decided you wanted to back your business and start creating a business. Where were you at the beginning and where are you now? And maybe just share a little bit about that journey.
Okay, awesome. Love to, because where I was really burnt out. I had been attempting to scale for a many number of years and I just got over it. All the tech stuff, all the creative stuff, it was just way too much for my wellness business and I was not well. So I came to you, Kerry, because you'd helped me previously for a few weeks and I just really trusted that you had my best interest at heart, really genuine. And so the feeling I had when I reached out to you, I actually said, I'm going to work with you next year. And you said, why wait? I'm like, why not? So the feeling I had was if I don't do it now, it's never going to happen. And I just was that desperate. And so I spent 2 weeks with you over my Christmas break from my real job. And I just got everything done. And then I just did exactly what you said to do. And my goals were to recreate and launch my beautiful group and one-on-one program that I have. And I did it. And we are in week 5 of 9 and I'm just loving it. And I'm super looking forward to the next steps because I can feel myself going back into that old pattern and yourself and also Julia keep bringing me into the present. And that's where I'm at. So at this point, I'm like, oh, I can see my old patterns. I'm not doing that because this is a whole new way of approaching soul-led, spirit-aligned. So that's where I'm at.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. You have really, you know, I really enjoyed working with you over the Christmas period and has been a great experience seeing you implement and just really get in there and do the actions, be led, be coachable. And you've built a group program. You've generated the 100 leads. You're filling the next program. And yes, there are those mindset blocks, right? Mm-hmm. There's always this like expansion that has to happen. So maybe share with everyone how you're feeling around, like, how important is the accountability for you in that extra coaching? Because we always get stuck at different points, right?
Oh, yeah. So first of all, you two have so much patience with me because every time I start to go into that fear place, it's like I can't think. So that's what I really like about working with both of you. Is just there's no time for that. It's like, what are your goals? Why is this important? And just get on board. So learning to notice the fear and then not letting it overwhelm me has been huge.
Thank you so much. Yes, those amazing words. And I think you resonate with a lot of people out there. I mean, there's a lot of women out there, a lot of our clients, and also others that I see when we speak to them in sales calls or all over the place that struggle with that mental side. So Julia, maybe you want to jump in and share a bit about your experience with Belle.
With Belle in general, like you, I find you're a pleasure to work with. I really enjoy pulling you out there, and it has really given a lot of like, because this then is also really satisfying from our end, right? You have like this hard nutshell, and then you open, and suddenly like boom. I love watching what you are able to do, and by saying this, it's actually everyone can do it, right? But you're so coachable. You're so like, all right, I know these are my blocks. Ooh, I can see them. Please talk me through it. And then the next day you implemented it and you message and like, okay, I just did the thing and it worked. And now I signed pay in full client. I'm like, okay, good. So yes, for being coachable.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I guess it's about having that beautiful relationship with you guys individually, because getting to know Kerry and then eventually you, so that's how I kind of came into this. It's just I think you know deep down when you can trust someone, and all those fear things can just fall away. But it's just, I think that's why we need a coach, because coaches see all of it without getting stuck in the fear. And so I'm a coach myself, but in a very different way. And so I just had to remind myself, you guys are doing what I need, and that's okay. So I'm allowed to let my guard down.
Yeah, amazing. Well done.
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful. Thank you for coming on. I know you are at work and just have like a small window of time. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You can obviously hang in until you need to keep going on with your work day. But thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Absolutely happy to endorse you too, because I'm stoked where I'm at the moment. So thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, I'm so thrilled for you, Belle. Like, you're coming to Thailand with us on our retreat. You paid for your flights.
I did.
Like, life. Even a month ago, you were saying, I don't even know how this can happen, and you've made it happen, right? So this is how quickly results can happen if you just do the work. You're coachable, and you've shown up for yourself, and you've got beautiful clients, and now you get to go on retreat.
It's awesome. Thank you. Can't wait to see you in person. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. So thank you so much. Let's share a bit more about what we've covered so far. So I'm going to hand over to you, Julia, and you can share a bit more about the next steps.
Yes. So I, for everyone who's new or also have been with us live throughout these days, like Kerry said, we want to share this strategy with you because it is so powerful and has meant a lot of like momentum in our business in the past. And so what we did was we looked at the viral posts and what you can do on a daily basis with the strategy. But then key things, and we're going to cover that later a little bit more in depth, are obviously then also having a magnetic lead magnet, right? So we touched upon it a little bit, and we will cover this again later on. But just to keep that in mind, that it's a holistic way of approach. You can't apply these strategies that we're teaching if the foundations are not in place. So why we are going over again a little bit more in depth today over the viral post strategy is because we got feedback, and we're always like open to hearing, we're running this challenge basically to help you, right? This is all for you so that you get into momentum, because we saw, okay, this is really powerful, so we want to teach that. So one feedback was, oh, my post didn't go viral, so it wasn't a success, right? Someone who participated messaged us this morning and said that, and we're like, okay, how many people did like that post, or were there any comments? And I correct me if I'm wrong, but there were 10, 9, 19, how many? Carrie? Don't
Yeah, I
remember.
think there was like 8 comments on the
8
post.
comments. Okay, 8 comments and a
5
few
maybe.
likes. Okay,
Yeah.
so I want to put this into perspective, right? So there is a post that got seen. So this is already a success, right? We don't really think we're going to move forward with that expression viral post because it is misleading, and we have seen it now so many times that people think I am not doing the right things if we're not getting, or if I'm not getting over 100 comments in one post. So don't get me wrong, like this is possible. We've had posts before that took off and then they are viral, but if you have a few comments, a few likes on one post, that's already great. This is substantial, right? This is something you can work with. And this is why I would love for you to just like look at the tiny little bits and pieces that are then making the bigger picture. Okay, so 8 comments is great. And yeah, and that's why hang on, it's not sharing on my end the slides. I don't know if you can see the slides.
It's loading in a second.
It's loading. Okay. Yeah. And that's why we insist on, you know, repeating over and over again, you need to post daily. It is all about building up, stacking up, creating momentum, and spreading your message, your offer, your brand all over everywhere. It's just this tiny drop that doesn't do the trick, right? So if you do a viral post this week, or you did one last week, and you did one 2 weeks ago, it's not going to work out in the way that it can be. But if you do it like Belle, if you do it like, you know, we've done it in the past, and also if you really, really stick to the formula and post daily, it's going to build up the way this picture shows, right? Little by little. It's sometimes so powerful that it can explode in a day, but it's sometimes actually building up. So, and that's the case with overall success, right? It is actually quite metaphoric. If you want success, you have to keep going. The most successful people, and I always like coming back to Taylor Swift. I love her music, but also the fact that she's now at the peak of her success after being a singer, a professional singer for over 2 decades is mind-blowing, right? But right now, she's the most successful out there. But did you think, like, did she once think, oh, I should stop? Yeah, of course, probably. Like, but she kept going, she keeps going. And this is exactly here the same thing. So we want to make sure that you have this in your mind. I do this every day. I repeat it. These are, again, examples of the viral posts. We taught them yesterday. If you haven't done so, watch day 2 and day 1 replay. We shared it in the group. And these are just like the frameworks and the different types of posts you can create. And basically they're engaging, they're like the quick win, and showing that you have something of value that someone can get for free of you. Okay. Okay. And that again are 3 examples of scripts that we have. We also have those scripts available for you. And when you hang on here, right? So at the end of this this presentation, you also get to be on a hot seat, even, you know, even if you've joined us on day 1 and day 2, you can still come and show us your scripts. So basically we have these different types. You can promote your cheat sheet or checklist, and script 1 is an example of promoting it. So I help my clients do this. And we're going to go script some viral posts. I'm not going to go into detail right now, but 3 different types of scripts for 3 different types of lead magnets, basically. And they all follow the same formula. You do something, you have X amount of, or you have a result in X amount of time, so that they understand, why would I even in the first place want that freebie, right? You always want to make sure you're like touching either their dream, desire, or their pain point. Okay, next slide.
Thank you. All right, so we're going to go through some before and afters, some examples, and we have Belle who posted her post today, and it was so amazing to see the evolution, right? And there's always some tweaking that can happen. So Belle scripted her post, and she got off to a good start. Like, I really did enjoy reading this and seeing where she was focusing her post. Okay, so she was focused on helping people align with their true essence. She's got a 2-step vision board process to get results, right? And then we just went through a bit of a back and forth where a little bit of coaching was happening, supporting Belle to really sort of plug in the strategy and make sure that she was super clear. So we made sure that she mentioned her soul map. We were very clear in how they can get a transformation in just one session. And she made sure that she spoke about a soul map call, okay? And then she added the very clear call to action. So this is the magnetizing post, right? And this is where what it looks like when you've posted it. So I love to see how that goes for you, Belle. Keep us updated in the chats and share what's happening with that post. The idea is to post that post in your own personal page because you've got lots of reach, lots of warm network. Also to post it in 2 to 3 Facebook groups. Now, we did share a Facebook group listing on day 1, but I really want you to think about how can you get more exposure for this post? And is there large groups that are highly engaged where your avatar is that would be jumping on this post and requesting for the soul call? So Belle could literally book her calendar out with calls with this one post, okay? So she's very good with these type of posts, and this is how she launched her last program. The next example is Marianne. So Marianne was, she sent through her draft posts, and let's just go through this one. So she was speaking about a step-by-step action plan to help someone with no results to get ready to drop the belly by eating the right way, and that she had a 15-minute call. So we just, brought that back down to a few simple words and really make sure that we hit the before and after transformation, exactly the desire, and she had a very clear call to action at the end. So these are some of her posts here, so you can see them. She did this one a few days ago, and this is the one with 16 comments. Amazing. She's probably got quite a few 5 to 8 new leads out of that one post, and it's literally a 5-second post you can do to build the lead gen on your business. Yeah, so I actually had a look at this post and I noticed that she had 5 new leads, which was incredible. And then we've got Cressida. So Cressida is here. Cressida has been also in conversation. We've been scripting out her viral posts. And so these are 2 viral posts that she actually joined us yesterday. So she got the opportunity of getting some live coaching with us. She is a beautiful client of ours. Obviously, we love everything she does. And so I went looking for her viral post, and I noticed, because she's on Instagram, that she posted it on her stories. So there's different ways. She's shared a testimonial. She's put a viral post there. It's another smart way of using these posts and getting people to take action. So well done, Cressida. Amazing. So good to see. And you've got probably about 3 or 4 posts that are scripted now that you could go out and literally, I just want you to realize that this is gold nuggets for you. You could literally go out and post the 4 posts into different groups and have 4 working lead gen assets just working for you. Just imagine waking up to many of these, people saying yes to your call and booking your diary. Like, this is how you are going to fill your program, and it doesn't have to be hard. So yes, I want to see you post that. Yes, you've done a few this morning. Brilliant. Love it. Okay. So this is how you can really script out these posts. And look, there is a bit of a process. You know, even Belle, who has done this quite a few times in her last launch, there's still this like just fine tuning that can happen. And that's why it's so important to have someone else to have a look at it and really help fine tune it for you and with you. And like I said, I'm going to go through some principles because I've noticed some common things that I tend to, you know, share with our clients to help them get these posts on point. And these are the principles, the three main things that I tend to focus on. So the first one is alignment. Is your post aligning with your offer and your lead magnet? Right? So like Belle has a working funnel. She's got a very clear lead magnet, a vision, a soul map, what do you call it? A bundle. So she would be very smart now to start looking at funneling people into her working funnel. Other people might be focused on the lead magnet being a call. So make sure it aligns. The second is, does it give contrast? Are you showing the transformation? Are you showing someone's pain point to transformation in an amount of time? And that proves the system works. And thirdly, is there emphasis? So do you have a very clear call to action? And I would really recommend, if you want to sort of really get the algorithm to work for you, is have them post a comment, not DM you, not, you know, link in bio, not anything else. You want them to comment on the post so you can comment back so that you can then start the conversation. Often if you want to go straight to DM, you aren't friends with that person, they don't see your post, you can't connect instantly. So it's really important to build that relationship in comments first. And yes, in groups, when you have people commenting, what's happening, and this is really, really important. This is something that I learnt when I first started my Facebook groups and learnt the strategy, is when you post in a Facebook group, right, that's really active, something that's got, you know, a few thousand, 65,000 people in there, you post your post, right? And then someone comments, great. And then someone else is posting a post and your post is now going down the line. The only way if someone came into the group they would see your post is if there's engagement on the post, because every time there's engagement, it goes back to the top. So this is really key to understand how things work on social media. And so what I tend to do on these posts is when I see there's 10 comments, I will comment on 5, wait a bit, and then I'll comment on the other 5. So I'm continually pushing the post up to the top of the feed. And then I'll also respond to a few comments, and then I'll come back and have another comment here and there. So I'm sort of like just popping in a bit of engagement here and there to keep the post up the top. So if your posts aren't getting a lot of engagement, I'll hand over to you. This is a strategy. Julia.
Yeah, and this is brilliant. And then adding to this, you can also, for example, you have a long answer. You want to reply to someone, and your answer is getting long. You can then turn this long answer into 3 or 4 comments, like break it up so that, because each of your comments counts as engagement. Facebook doesn't care. That is your post. It doesn't care if you're commenting 100 times or if other people are commenting. They just see, oh, engagement. And so each time you're commenting, make sure you make it short, and a new comment, short, and a new comment, and then like Carrie just explained.
Brilliant. Okay, so I hope those little pieces of nuggets help you. You know, there's so much you learn when you're just in the doing phase of your business. You learn some of these things. And I've just kind of like thought about some of the key tips I want you to walk away with. So on this one slide, you've got 5 tips. And I want you to really understand how sometimes we can overcomplicate something simple, okay? And we get in our heads and we don't actually take the action. I really want you to see this as a very simple strategy that you can do within 10 minutes. And really, these are the only main things to think about. Is first, just embrace the fundamentals. Like, look at the script, stick to the script, okay? The scripts work. So if you can just replace the missing words, you're halfway there. The second is just really stay curious and look at what's working in the group. I will often go into a Facebook group and see what's going viral, what's really hot in this group. And I'll look at the types of posts that people are engaging with. And I will sit back and think, how can I do something for my business in this type of way that people are already engaging with? So that's another strategy. The next is, number 3 is, what is your avatar looking for? So I coached Kate yesterday in this, that you can actually palette out 3 different types of lead magnets to see which one people want before you actually create them. So that's another way. What does your avatar want? Do they want a vision board? Do they want a strategy? Or do they want a mantra? Like, what is hot right now? And that is really key. So really think about what they want right now, what's trending right now. And 4th is what we're saying, building momentum. Just think, if I just post 1 post today, 1 post tomorrow, and you just set yourself this goal of posting every day without fail, you will build momentum for sure. You just have to stay consistent, and you have to really sort of know that this will lead to calls and this will lead to 10Ks. And that's why you're doing these actions. You're holding yourself accountable to that. And lastly, embrace feedback, right? So sometimes you post and it doesn't work. It might work on your page and it's got crickets somewhere else. Doesn't matter. Your post is out there. Look at what's working and refine. Okay. All right. So I'll hand over to you, Julia.
So basically, we want to break down those 100 leads that we say that you can create or generate with our strategy, and just to also put it into perspective and giving you a little bit of, encouragement. Do it. Go, like Carrie just explained, go do it on day 1 and you might get 10 leads, right? So you have 1 post, does get a few comments, and that means, and comments is not equally leads, just to be clear. Like, you can have over 100 comments on a post, but then those who are really then commenting and answering, and you have them in your DMs, they turn into leads, right? So let's say 1 post got you the 10 leads. On day 2, you repeat a post in a different group. And we always like to have our list of Facebook groups open and say, on Monday, I post in these 3 groups, on Wednesday or on Tuesday and these, on Wednesday and these and these, so that you are not every day in the same group with the same type of post showing up. So you're mixing, right? You're alternate. That's the word. Exactly. And then so day 2 got you 30 plus leads, and then you do it again and over again. So within 5 days, we summed it up, you could potentially have over 100 leads, right? And from those, obviously, then there's the next step, which we haven't gone into detail because this is part of a different conversation. But once you have the leads, and we will have this conversation in the next challenge, so make sure you sign up for that. That's then the nugget strategy to actually get those leads into your calendar and have those sales conversations, okay? From 10 calls, you have like a good chance of converting into 2 clients, and then you made a 3K week. How amazing is that? Like, so this is really a numbers game, and it is not taken out of the sky. This is a fact-based, like, and a realistic and very conservative too. Like, you could have potentially even 8 clients from 10 calls, right? If you nail your sales calls and everything that is then coming into play later on. Okay, next slide, please. And I think you wanted to share this, Carrie. didn't you?
Yes. So this is just, you know, really sharing with you how important it can be if you just post and start seeing some traction. How Val shared that this post she did in January when she was launching. She had 19 comments on that, but overall she posted this post in many different places, and she ended up with an overflow of 100 leads, and she filled her program. Okay, so I want you to really see how important it is. You know, just in 3 weeks, you could launch and fill your programs using this strategy. All right, so what's next is we really want to make sure that you are very clear on how to first generate the leads. And then the next step is, okay, with the leads, how do I convert clients? And part of that is also making sure you have a winning offer, right? So the whole conversion relies on you booking people in your diary and then being super confident with your offer to have that conversation become a conversion event for you. And those two parts we'll cover in our next masterclasses.
But also, if you do like to actually, like you say, okay, I'm ready. I've got the strategy now in my head and in place. I've done it. And if you're not already a client and you're here and you know here live or even the replay, just book a call. This week we opened up our calendar to help you actually then also with your own personal 10K roadmap. So what do you need to have in place in order to get the leads onto your calendar and then make the money from it? Okay, so take us up on this. This is a few free spots left. It's just a 15 minutes call to see if we can help you and how we can help you. And yes, and let's get into action mode, because I get it. Like, we do this on a monthly basis, these challenges, and we help, and we want to make sure that throughout these days with us, you learn certain bite sizes and nuggets. But if you want to fast track and say, oh no, I'm ready, jump onto our calendar, and I'll drop the link here in the comments so you can actually book a call with us. And yeah, we will audit your business, and we will definitely help you see where the gaps still are and what is your next step and what is logical for you to do. And yeah, no worries, Kimber, we will share this link with you. And then yeah, and then that's it for today. I'd say we open up the stage now, and everyone who has questions, come on camera or raise your hand. I think there's this little feature down here where you can raise your hand, ask questions, and we're happy to help you draft your viral posts, answer your questions about whatever it is that we covered today, because we want you to walk away and say, okay, I'm clear. I'm now just implementing it, executing it, just like Belle did, just like everyone else who's working with us. So it's like knowing the steps, and then it's all about repetition. Any questions? Okay, I need to check the chat.
All right, brilliant. So pop your name if you want us to do some work on your posts.
Okay.
We see we've got Zanya there. Zanya, if you want to put your hand up. Anyone else, feel free. We've got some live coaching now.
Yeah, and I'll grab the link and pop it in the chats. Yeah, Christina just went off.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. Anyone want some live coaching? Kate, are you able to put on your camera and we can work through some of those with you? There you are.
Sure. I've just got something on the stove, so I just need to quickly duck, and then I'll be right back. But yes, I'm very happy to work through it. Just give me 1 sec.
Brilliant. Okay. And Zanya, you want to go next after Kate's? Let's get some of those posts scripted for you. You are amazing. So let me have a look at what we've got. All right. All right. So Kate.
Yes.
We were talking yesterday about your beautiful lead magnets. So tell me if you've had a go at scripting some posts. or if you've got some ideas and you just want us to workshop it with you.
Yeah, look, this is on my to-do list for straight after this. So I thought it was a good like a good way to do it, to attend the session and then dive into it. I loved your idea yesterday of like testing with my avatar as to what they would be interested in. So with some ideas for scripts for getting some interest in that. And my other question was, you suggested sort of testing to see what would generate interest. So does that mean that, you know, if one post generates like 3 comments or something and people comment the keyword, I'd still have to go and create that particular lead magnet for them, wouldn't I? Versus like, you know, a post that maybe generates 10 or more. The idea being that I only create, like the idea, I guess, being to minimize the workload, but I don't want to leave those like couple of people in the lurch who have gone and, you know, said yes.
Okay, so we actually had the same question last year when we ran Facebook ads. And this is a little bit more like sensitive because we had money in the game where we said, okay, usually when you run ads, you do A and B testing, right? And that's essentially the same principle. And what we did, we also went out and said, we have this and this, who wants this or that? And then we had a few people say this and this, and then we were like, what are we going to do? All right. And the truth is, you can, if you have the bandwidth to create both things, like do it, but be smart and efficient. Like that's what we then ended up doing. We said, all right, we message the people who raised their hand for the thing that we're not going to create and say, hey, love that you know, and then you just start the conversation and say, love that you raised your hand. Honestly, like I got so much response, and would you be interested? I have this instead. You can always, you know, say, like, even be honest and say, I wanted to see what I'm new in this business, and I wanted to see like what my ideal client actually wants. How can I support my audience best? And I found that what I'm now having here is actually so much more powerful. Would you like one? Like, it's also free, you can get it, right? So it's be a human being and just honest, open, and then most people will say yes to that as well, right?
Okay, lovely, great, thank you.
Yes.
So yeah, script ideas for my specific. So I was thinking maybe the how to make clothes look expensive one, and then what was the other one? Maybe even just if.
All right, so let's just share the screen and we'll script out a few for you.
You have to look like $1 million or something, right?
Yeah, how to look like $1 million. All right, so yeah, look, Kate, anything can happen. So a lead is a lead, right? Someone who's interested in anything, you could lead to a call. So just following up on what Julia was saying before, if you don't have the actual like PDF or something, just invite them to a call to have that experience with you. Because you know, on a call, you can go through any sort of checklist. So just post your posts. Obviously, to scale, you want to sort of systemize a little bit more and have a PDF and have maybe something before a call, but you can always offer your call, right, as the thing and say, oh, I'm still preparing the actual PDF, but I'm happy to go through it on a call with you. Okay. So that's another way. If you don't want to actually say, oh, I haven't prepared anything, or I'm still, you know, getting that tech stuff sorted, you can definitely just do that. So I am going to go through your script. So one of the things that you had was, let's see, you sent it to me on a message.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. There's just a couple ideas that I had.
Yeah. Do you want to just pop it in the comments and I'll grab it? So something about understanding your style aesthetic. I helped my client understand her maybe signature style or something, her personal style.
Or like, what her style is. Yeah.
In, you know, one day or one session. Okay. And we talked about this yesterday. using my something method, okay, or using my style.
Why don't you call it my $1 million style method?
Does that sound right? I don't know if I've got the confidence to call it that.
What did you call it before? You said get dressed or buy clothes that look like $1 million or that look expensive. My
like the secret to make clothes look expensive on any budget sort of thing.
Pimp my style method.
So this is where we've just got to kind of play with a few words, and it's also, you know, it's got to be something that you feel good about. I don't know if you'll say pimp my style. I don't know if that's the words that you would use, but like you've also got to think about your avatar, and you've got to get something across in a short amount of time. So how can you show it's either, you know, get dressed in the dark, which was what you had, you know, I help my client understand her style, or, you know, learn how to get dressed in the dark and still look good, you know? Look, what would you say instead of good and still look stylish?
Yeah, I'd say polished or elevated or expensive.
Oh, expensive. There you go. So expensive method, maybe we could use that here. Upstyle. Upstyle method. I think that sounds, yep. So you've used expensive, you've used upstyle, get dressed in the dark is kind of intrigued, curious. People are like, how do you do that? What does that mean?
I think
and
a
when you
word that
explain it, it's really quite fun, right? It's like, well, obviously you've got clothes in your wardrobe that all mix and match, and you could get dressed in the dark and still look amazing, right?
Yeah.
So share a bit more
I was
about.
just going to say a word that's often used is elevated. So I don't know, would it be the secret, or upstyle maybe still sounds better, because elevated probably doesn't, I don't know.
You could say your secret upstyle method to elevate your style, to elevate any
wardrobe,
any outfit, any look, any.
Okay, great. Look, great. There you have it. So that's pretty much your style. So understand how to, and you can play around with this. You can replace get dressed in the dark with something else and still look expensive in one session using my upstyle method, sharing it for free, want it. So that's one, okay? And the second is you're also going to be running a style workshop, right? So people could go through your style quiz. So what are you calling that workshop? And let's get this one done too.
I think it was, so far it's been called Discover Your Signature Style and Build a Capsule Wardrobe.
Okay, so how to build a capsule wardrobe. Okay, okay, so it's great to put a timeline on it. So within 1 hour, within a week, you know, like what's the realistic timeline that someone could, oh, it's a 1 hour workshop, okay, in 1 hour, right? So you're presenting the strategy in 1 hour of how to use your upstyle method. Yeah. And there you go. There's your next post. Okay.
And then
so
I
now
think
this is
another one we
sharing.
were gonna do as a call, so they can get on the call with me and I run them through the quiz on a call.
Brilliant. So another one is, okay, so we can do that. So sometimes you can ask a question. Okay. So what are your clients saying to you? That's a pain point.
The biggest one is wardrobe full of clothes and still nothing to wear. That's the biggest one. Something like that. You need my help.
Yes, we all need your help. Nothing to wear. Okay, so wardrobe overflowing and still nothing to wear. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so what are you calling your call? So this is where you can actually personalized. What were we calling it? Your style
assessment, style quiz, style.
It was a personal style. Find your
signature style.
Signature style, yeah. Okay. 2. Okay, so this is basically 2. You could go back above, like elevate any look to, okay, so what's the transformation? Nothing to wear. So how can they have a signature style and have 12 outfits to wear? Remember how your program is all about building out wardrobes and having specific outfits for people.
Yeah, so wardrobe overflowing and still nothing to wear. Want the personalized personal signature. Want the personal.
To find out your personal signature style. To get dressed.
So this is the desire, is that right?
Yes.
That's what
so they got nothing to wear. What's the outcome?
Nothing to wear. So desire is like I usually say, to build a wardrobe with less chaos and plenty of options.
Are they gonna use the existing clothes, or are they also gonna go out and go shopping after they met with you?
It depends on their body shape, on their personal style that I assess. It depends what they have in their wardrobe. It depends on their gaps. So I do this very comprehensive assessment of where they're at and where they want to be. And then I just tell them how to get from A to B.
Okay. So we can
So
say,
okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just thinking if they have nothing to wear and then after this call, they have suddenly a full wardrobe, they can pull, their outfits together. That would be for me like, okay, amazing results. I don't have to go shopping. I actually just have to puzzle them together. But I get it. Yeah, okay. It depends on the case.
Well, it's also, I guess, another outcome is like, to be able to shop without making a mistake, or like to buy stuff without having to return it, or to be able to wear the same capsule for like 3 to 5 years because it's so wearable and timeless.
And I think also something that many women struggle with is like confidently choose what looks good. Like go out and shop and then know exactly, I need to buy this because this fits with my whatever. So
yeah, exactly. And just like what Carrie's writing is like, stop spending too much time and money.
You can play around with a few versions of this, right? So this is why it's always good to have a few options. You could just sit here and sort of brainstorm and you can see how the formula works. And now you've got 3 posts. You could have this script 3 be another 3 separate posts. okay,
Mhm.
and you're really focusing on that pain point. Maybe up here you think about, okay, maybe there's another tagline I could also play around with, and think about what your current clients are saying to you and use their own words, because that helps you to resonate with them and really get some traction. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe we've done this with you. So good. I'm looking forward to you sharing your posts. And yes, I'm sure Zanya, you've also got some great feedback from today. Love for you to pop in the comments if this has helped you start scripting some of your posts. And anyone else who wants to put their hand up, we've got another few minutes to do any other hot seat before we wrap up.
And Carrie, can you share the Calendly link, because each time I go into the chat, Zoom kicks me out. So I just dropped it in Telegram for anyone who would like to book a call with us after this or in the next 2 days. Our calendars are open for these 10K roadmap sessions where we can talk about viral posts, of course, again, and also if your offer sits right, or if your lead magnet is actually in alignment with your offer, like Carrie described today, or where do you have to make some tweaks still, right? So book some calls with us and then we can move you forward. Alrighty, cool. It's in the chat. And yeah, amazing.
Amazing. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We look forward to seeing all your beautiful posts out there, and we look forward to, hearing your feedback and how many leads you've generated. Love to see, how you start feeling amazing waking up to new comments and leads. Like, honestly, when you just start and one of your posts starts going off, you get so much, I don't know, you just start loving the strategy and loving connecting with people and seeing how there's people out there wanting you and they're looking for you. And so rather than be the best kept secret and have this amazing offer and this course and this dream, go out there and show up and be there in service to help others to access what you have. Like, Kate, you're amazing. Love all the styling. I'm already thinking like, Jesus, this is something every woman needs, right? And Julia's resonated as well. So you just need to get out there and share how amazing you are, and you will have leads come in. You'll be fully booked with your calendar and launch your group program. Like, it's going to happen. It will happen, just like Val did. Val's just booked her flights to go to Thailand. So I hope you feel the love. I hope you feel really confident now with like, geez, yeah, I can do this. You can do this. And it is not complicated. It does not require funnels or any other complicated methods. It is so straightforward. And the reason why we're focusing on this amongst all other strategies is because we got massive results really fast. We didn't have to wait for the algorithm to kick up. We didn't have to do lots of scripting and blogs and all these complicated methods. It is that simple. And it's almost like too simple that people don't really understand I think the gold in it. So this is why we've taken the time to really sort of lay it out over a few days, and love for you to share your posts and for us to follow along.
Amazing. Thanks so much, guys. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful flow in your business, and we can't wait to see you in the next challenge.
Brilliant. Thanks,
coaching.
everyone.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, bye.